I just make dollars, I don't make deals. I've been going hard in the paint, still blowing kush clouds till I can't feel like. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right?
Welcome, everyone. You're now listening to the Say With Your Chest podcast, and I'm your host, Mr. Lightskin Keith Sweat. Thank you for joining us again for another episode. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already, please do. Please just look up, hit the like button if you're liking some things, but definitely hit the subscribe button so that we could get the numbers up. I told y'all before, we're definitely trying to reach 100 subscribers by the end of February. Okay, so tell a friend, tell a family member that you found something new to watch, something to listen to. We're on all platforms, okay? Y'all telling me y'all like the visuals. You know, I guess. I keep telling y'all, I'm not going to do this too much longer. You see, they want all your information. So definitely tap in real quick, you know, subscribe, because I won't be public too long. I mean, we're going to be on YouTube. Shout out YouTube. We appreciate you, YouTube. The numbers looking good on YouTube. Now, I don't know why the few people who on the normal social media platforms not really consistent like YouTube, and I don't know them, but nonetheless, we're not gonna do that in Black History Month no more. We're gonna slow down a little bit, so it's okay. But thank you to everyone who's been giving great feedback, shouting me out, listening consistently. I appreciate all the consistent love. Now again, check out the link, new merch. New colors on the aprons. I might have a few on me if you see me in person. I've ordered a bunch, all flavors, all colors. Again, they all sizes, so don't worry about that. But I definitely ordered a few. So if you're listening consistently, let me know what you heard first. You know, let me know you tapped in all the way. Let me know you liking your boy all the way. Let me know you liking the visuals, because if you not letting me know that, I'm going to stop the visuals. So again, shout out those who've been letting me know the visuals are making them be more tuned in. I appreciate that. That's making me do it more. Because again, I don't want to do it. But I love y'all. Again, we in the season of love. Black, but love. Okay, so shout out to y'all for supporting, and I appreciate all the consistency. Now, don't forget, we also have the Black History promo going on. If you tapped into the social media, you already know what the promo code is. We're not going to say it on YouTube because YouTube be doing a lot. So we want you to be all the way tapped in. So please tap in, 39% off all merchandise, all February. We appreciate all the love and the support. Aprons, hats, A lot of other options. So reach out if you don't see something you like, but you want to buy something. Again, we really just want you to subscribe. So definitely do that. That's for the free. You know, I want to start off by just saying for Black History Month on this episode, we want to celebrate Malcolm X. We want to celebrate his movement, although it was somewhat of a contrast to Martin Luther King Jr.'s movement. You know, a little bit more violent, not as non-violent. I think we need some contrast these days. You know, I think we've bought into the system a little bit more these days. But, you know, I'm with the system. I'm in the system. I get some of that. But I think we need some contrast a little bit. And so I just wanted to celebrate him. I thought that was an educated man. I thought he spoke on a platform that was super black. You know, again, shout out the Nation of Islam. That's not who I rock with, but they say when you're wearing the bow tie, sometimes you look like those gentlemen. I don't know. Respect, I guess. I was on a site visit at a contractor recently, and I had my bow tie on because I told y'all it's bow tie season. Not today, but bow tie season. And another gentleman walked in late, you know, during one of our walkthroughs, and he had a bow tie on, and I looked at him. He looked at me. We smiled and said, "Hey, yeah, good looking, bro. I see you, bro." Pause. But you know, good times, and you know, everybody smiled and laughed and said, "Y'all do look pretty nice." I mean, they didn't, but they smiled, and that's how we felt, and so that's what it's for. You know, again, you gotta look good for yourself these days. But shout out to Malcolm X. He was assassinated on February 21st, 1965. So that date is coming up soon. Now, I like this movement a little bit more, especially since, you know, I'm growing up after the fact. You know, you always know what to do after the fact. You always realize what happened, what didn't happen, what you could have did, what you should have did. What if you was in a situation, what you would have did differently. And to some degree, we wish we had a mixture of the two. You know, that's what you learn at the end of the day. Nobody is all the way right. Nobody is all the way wrong. And that's why today we would like to celebrate Malcolm X because his movement wasn't wrong either. You know, again, we wish we would come together and let all the ideas flow, have a little light compromise, strengthen where strengthening needs to be done, and then you'll see a little bit more unified, you know, results. But you see what we getting. Now, me on the other hand, I have not been as intentional with looking for a new church. Now, I know I have to go every Sunday. It's a requirement. And although I do not really want to go to the church I'm going to because of the fact that I know they're not currently celebrating Black history. So I want to feel black. I want to feel supported. I want to feel reminded of the past right now. I want us to come together. And in order to do that, we have to be together. We have to be around people who aren't necessarily looking like us, but who wants to celebrate us, especially this time of the year. So right now, my church isn't necessarily celebrating us the way I would like to be celebrated. And unfortunately, I am that type of person. If I am somewhat unhappy or just don't like some things, I will make an adjustment. So I have been wanting to make that adjustment as I've been communicating to y'all on previous episodes, although I have been busy and I have not been aggressively looking for a new church. Now, I did look at the last minute and I found a few options that was close by, but I did find a few things that I realized I cannot tolerate at any church. Okay. Now, although I want a little bit more black experience, I like structure. I like organization. You know, I'm not the type of guy who likes a lot of distractions. Okay. I'm not going to hit a word clearly. Okay. I'm not going to hit a message. I'm not going to know what to do this week. I'm not going to know how to handle everybody when they don't do right. I'm going to need that word, and I'm going to need to hear it clearly. Because again, my autism, my ADHD, my whatever you want to call me, I have all those diagnoses, and I'm not going to be able to stay focused to be able to hear the word. But unfortunately, I did not do enough work to find a church that fits my needs, okay? Now, like I said, I did find a church or two that I thought was a consideration, but I noticed some things on their website that wasn't really necessarily for me. Now, few quick side notes. I'm not the type of guy like people who run around that church, okay? Again, I don't like distractions. Now, I also don't like the building fund, okay? Now, I've grown accustomed to churches who don't have building funds anymore, okay? Hey, to each. I need people who moving forward in life, who not still struggling. You're not super dependent on the money I'm going to give, okay? Again, you want my money still, but you're not dependent on it. We not limited on it all the way, okay? In addition, I like church that start on time, okay? I don't like to play around, and I don't like to be there all day. I don't care what you look like. I need to be in and out. Hour 15 max. I know y'all gonna think church don't look like that. Well, it do for me, because that's my standard, and I will do the work to find the standard. Now, a lot of sacrifice and compromise comes with that sometimes, and I'm starting to see some of that in my church as I went back to my old church this Sunday. I didn't see enough to take a chance. I don't play around with church, so I can't just be going to everybody church, and I don't like to drive far. So you have to be relatively close to where I'm at, within my threshold, unfortunately. But I went back to my old church, trying to give them another chance, as it was my fault. So why punish God and not show up? So I showed up, rushing, but still made it on time. And as soon as I got there, they played a video, a country music video. This is not how I wanted to celebrate Black history. Now, they did give me a few choir members leading the songs that was African American. I appreciated that a little bit, because last week we didn't have anybody in the band. Now, usually we sprinkle in one, maybe two, but we didn't have any the first week of Black History Month. But again, like I said, I'm noticing the small details, and I'm not the most pleased, but teach. And it's my fault that I'm back, because I didn't do the work. So I went in, and the word was cool. It was just cool. Again, it's not the message I know I would have got if I would have went to a place that was meant for me, meant for people that look like me. But my fault. I still got a pleasant word. And again, I'm realizing what I'm liking and what I'm not liking, what I'm going to need to transition. And I might not be transitioning. And I ain't going to lie to y'all. I ain't going to want to play too much. They got a lot offering over here. My standards too high. My standards are a little too high. And I'm going to have to take the good with the bad. I'm going to try some other churches during Black times. When it's Black times, I'm going to have to find me a church to go to. But on normal times, I'm going to have to go to my normal church, because they give me consistency. They give me diversity. A lot of DEI over there, so I don't know. I'm conflicted. Now, are you conflicted? Because, like I keep telling you, y'all elected him. He back. He been doing what he want to do. He friends with Elon Musk, who be doing what he want to do. I like people who be doing what they be wanting to do, but I don't like people who racist. You see the difference? You see what we be on? I mean, We not with the racism at all. At all. I don't know what they be on. And I work for the peoples, you know what I mean? I work for people like Elon, kind of, sort of. He seemed like he be kind of running the show. Seemed like he got an ear to the man who be saying stuff. They want to remove agencies that been here since 1867. I'm not with that. Trump say we are ranked number 1 in cost per pupil. So we spend more per pupil than any other country in the world. And we're ranked at the bottom of the list. Look, they're running reports. I'm arguing with a lot of people right now. I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of people don't be liking what I be saying. A lot of people don't be liking my response to the stuff be going on because I'm in between. I just wish people would have stronger arguments when they get out their feelings. See, that's what I live off of. Put them emotions to the side, communicate directly. Say it with your chest. But in order to do that, you can't be crying. You can't be wrong. They can't be more right than you. You got to be all the way right. Or at least more right than them. You got to be more good. You got to be better than them. You have to have done more good to them than they've done to you. That's how it works. If not, then, play accordingly. But for me, I kind of understand a few things. Again, I don't agree with the racism. Look me in my eyes, please, for all those who are unclear about my stance. I do not agree. However, I do understand an aspect or two of what's going on a little clearer because that's what I do and been doing for 15 years. And in addition to that, I'm being also affected by everything in the news. Everything you see, yeah, I got to deal with that too. Everything you see, I get emails too. So I wish, when I'm saying some things, people kind of, pump their brakes. But nonetheless, let me explain a little clearer. The Department of Education should not be terminated the way it's being done. Nothing he's doing should be handled the way he's handling it. Let's be clear. We're not necessarily talking about how to do something. We're saying, should it be done? And a lot of these things should be done. We should have a lot of changes and there shouldn't be a process because if we look at the past, the process didn't allow for a lot of changes to be done. And so if you really want change and you really believe in change, then maybe you should go around some processes to implement change. So I agree with that. I love that concept. I just wish the racism wasn't there and then we would just look at the numbers. Okay. And unfortunately, some people might have to lose their job. Again, I would love 7 months off, 8 months off. It's a real thing. For everybody who keeps saying it's not real, it actually is real. It expires tonight. Okay? They extended it over the weekend. It expires tonight. I know real people who really made the decision and real people who are waiting until the last minute to make the decision. So, teach. But some more on the Department of Education. Again, created in 1867 to collect information on schools and teaching that would help the states establish effective school systems. Provides funding for public schools, federal student aid programs. Also states that education is primarily a state and local responsibility. Now, that's where we get tricky here, okay? Because why have the agency if you're going to also say that the state and local has the responsibility to maintain things? Because that's not how the common folk understand and accept this. So hey, I just want to clear up some things. I read I read all these facts on the Department of Education website. So please go ahead and fact check me. I'm not paraphrasing over here today, okay? Most times I do, but right now I'm not. So definitely check me out. I'm not just saying some stuff to be saying some stuff. They say federal contribution to elementary and secondary education is about 8% in 2013. It's gotten up to 10% in 2024. So you see the difference, not that much. That's a 10%. That's not that much. Sorry. Again, they say everything else come from non-federal sourcing. So I don't know. Again, I don't like how he handling things. I'm just trying to break down a few little facts just to let you know that maybe we should redirect everything we say to just say racism, because the budgets say we need to let go a lot of these agencies. The budgets and the audits say that we're giving a lot of money away, and we losing a lot of money, and we spending a lot of money on things that we're not getting a good return on. And like I said, this is what I do. So I kind of understand it from both sides. But nonetheless, I see the racism. Now, these buyouts are real. Now, this past week, while I was out at an audit with a bunch of my teammates, we got this announcement as soon as we left that we was going to have to start going back into work. Now, a lot of people was not happy, okay? But then the next day, we're doing some wrap-up meetings to discuss a few touch-up points. And in this meeting, the lead auditor says she's no longer going to be on the audit. She's going to do some other work for another team. But anybody else could volunteer. Now me, I know I got the most experience. Nobody said nothing. I gave it about 3 seconds. It was crickets. I said, okay, y'all, I'll go ahead. I'll step up. I'll pick up what she was doing, but I don't really want to lead. I know they got a few other people, anybody else could lead. It is what it is. If this other guy take her spot, since he was the co-lead, it shouldn't be no problem. And push come to shove, I'll go ahead and do it and support him. He a cool dude. 2 minutes later, he jump in and say, hey, y'all, real quick, I want y'all to know I might be taking this buyout. I don't know. I'm about 85, 90% sure, but I'm thinking about it. So don't make no decisions about me yet, but I might not be working here no more because this sound pretty good. Now me, I first start clapping for the guy because I say, man, you haven't been here that long. Sound like you taking a risk on yourself. I would do that if I didn't have responsibilities. If I haven't been with the agency that long, even if I had responsibilities, I would take that opportunity. But since I've been there a long time, I'm a little more invested. Okay. Sometimes when you're there a long time and you didn't put in some work, sometimes it ain't time for you to go that easily. Sometimes you got to stick it through. Sometimes you got to wait your turn. Sometimes you got to be patient. Sometimes, you can't let somebody else force you out. So it is what it is. Now, the guys say, I'm going to make a decision in a day or so, but I'm still thinking it through. Now, it throws everybody off because we already caught off guard because the lead, who didn't say nothing at the meeting the day before, she not going to be the lead no more. Now, she been running everything. Now, he was the secondary, so it was him and her, but it was really more her. Now, we thinking, okay, he could step in and then we just help him. It should be cool. Without both of them, it's like, dang, they looking at me like, hey T, you still you still gonna help, right? And I'm like, we gotta figure this out now. We back in the office now. They say, hey, get back in the office on Monday. We had to show up. They was not playing. They didn't care what you had going on. And look, you gotta take leave now. Everybody who was working from home, who thought they could go to the gym on their lunch, go to the doctor's appointment on their lunch, run some errands on their lunch, put the Wi-Fi hotspot on, and ride around and do things like me. No, not me. I mean, like people. I'm just saying, those who knew how to maneuver without using them leave days, you gotta use them leave days now. Everybody using leave now. First day you gotta be back. Leave. Empty. I'm like, dang. People ain't ready. Too soon. Too soon. We got the announcement last week. They say be in Monday. Again, I already knew they was coming. So I was already ready. If you listening to the pod, you knew I was ready. Got the groceries already ready. Now I'm running low, so I gotta go back soon. But I had a few to start off the first week. So we was all right today. Okay, so not too much on us. But these buyouts are real, is what I'm saying. I know y'all think what y'all reading is not real. It's real. But I want you to know it's not all the way what you think. A lot of y'all think it's just some weird stuff he pulling and he can't do it, or he can and he shouldn't. Again, some of the stuff he should be doing, some of the stuff he shouldn't be doing the way he doing it. Some of the stuff is just racist, but he should be doing it. That's the tricky part. Some of the stuff is both. Okay. I don't know what to tell you. The numbers say what the numbers say. I'm a numbers guy. I'm looking at the numbers, but I'm also on the other side of the racism. So I see both sides. I'm not conflicted though. See, I know how to pick a side. I know how to stand on the right side. Stand on the most consistent side. I'm standing on the side of black. Hey ladies. Standing on the side of black, okay? But that's the side I'm already on. I was born on that side. That's the side I'm going to stay on. Now, I just want to say, hey, I'm sorry to everyone who's having to go back to work right now. I'm sorry to everyone who's having to make tough decisions, who's not prepared to make these type of decisions. I'm not the type of person who's one of those type of people. I do believe in being prepared, already kind of knowing what you're doing in your life. So no matter what happens, you're not always surprised. Because when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Okay? That's a real thing. Again, you don't know everything. But when you prepared, you actually really prepared, and you're not all the way caught off guard and nervous and letting your emotions dictate your results. So to each, tighten up. It's been time to tighten up, but I hope you see what's going on and you extra tightening up. A lot of y'all outside. And this ain't the time to be outside. This is the time to be coming together. Now, I was sitting back recently thinking about, why I haven't gotten a new job. I applied for a few jobs, had a lot of interviews, and I didn't think I was overqualified, but I wasn't getting all the way through, But my current job was getting a little bit better. The love was getting a little stronger. And so I wasn't really complaining. And everything happened for a reason, but I've been reflecting lately and I've been noticing that maybe things happen for a reason, and I'm kind of happy because who knows what would have happened being at a new agency, during this time. Maybe the agency isn't going to be here too much longer. Maybe they reducing staff. You never know. It's nice to be somewhere you've been at for a long time. You got a little seniority, even more. And you know how to play the game, and you know some people if you need to do some things. Because government employees still keep their government status, but don't mean you still have the relationship. So, you keep that in mind. I've been thinking about that lately, but we had to go back recently. I say I was ready, but I did notice some things. I did realize, we got to be having some strong etiquette standards. Okay. Now, for me, I had to be super prepared. I had to set the alarm 15 minutes earlier than normal. Normally I go into the office once, twice a week, but they say they want us to go every day. That mean more people coming. That mean everybody looking. See me, I don't like that. I like to go into the office normally when everybody not going into the office on them days. I like to go when it's a little more quiet. When I'm the first person to be getting into the office. Now that I know more people gonna be showing up, I knew I needed to get there early. I knew I needed to be super prepared. Again, not just for today. Again, this just gonna be the standard. If I have things I need to do, and if I have things I need to bring with me, I need to have all that ready for me the night before. Clothes laid out, food prepared. And that's not just breakfast. You need to have lunch and snacks. A lot of y'all, don't like to be prepared. I get it. I get it. A lot of y'all don't know what you want to eat. A lot of y'all won't go socialize, really, and then be mad about the food when you get it. But teach, I know traffic going to be a little more tighter for those who normally go into the office. You might want to set your alarm 15 minutes early. A little more traffic going to be hitting your way soon. Maybe not all the way today, but it's going to gradually get there. Now, if you listening, you're going to be prepared. You're going to already be ready. And you're going to be thanking your boy. Buy an apron if you seeing the adjustment ahead of time. Now, I say pack that lunch because can't be running out. Now, at my job, they say the parking lot going to be packed. They say there's limited spaces. There's some construction nearby. First come, first serve. Like I said, I get there early. I might want to run to the Target because it's across the street. Wait, I can't go to Target no more. Okay. So I had to find something to do. But no worries, I'm going to stay at the job. I'm not going to go nowhere because I'm not going to want to lose my parking spot. Now, some people go sit in the car. Again, I'm with the sit in the car. Because you got to leave the office. You can't just sit in the office or go in the break room, okay? You got to get out the building. You got to get away from the people to get a real break, okay? Even if you're not driving anywhere. But you got to be prepared. Now, me, I like to eat while I work. I don't like to maximize my off time and be eating and then having to rush. No, I want to take my time and eat. So I eat while I'm working, okay? That's what I do. When I'm off, okay? I'm having me a good time, okay? So make sure you're looking good, all right? I know a lot of y'all been at home. I know a lot of y'all don't really know what's in season. I know a lot of y'all don't know if it's going to be cold or hot. Me, I keep a blanket with me. I ain't going to lie. Hey, it is what it is. I bring the blanket to the office. One thing we not going to do is be cold. Because we not going to stay there all day. We're going to take leave. Okay, so keep that in mind. But be comfortable. Some of y'all like to wear the work shoes and then have the comfortable shoes when you get there. I don't know. Teach. Do what you got to do. But we not running late and we being extra prepared. Now, I was in the office the other day after all of the drama happened, after I learned that there was going to be some changes to my assignment. There was another coworker of mine who was around who we was having a little light conversation, and I don't know what we was talking about before, but some kind of way she eventually told me that she voted for Trump, and I was super intrigued. Now, she then let me know that she was Puerto Rican and black. So then again, I'm even more intrigued. Now, I was confused, I didn't know what to say at first. I never met anybody who all the way should disagree but didn't disagree. Not that I knew up front. Not that we was having direct conversations. I'm pretty sure I know some people that voted for Trump ignorantly, but I feel like they just misinformed a little bit. And guess what? Another person who misinformed, I don't know. It caught me off guard. So, I went back and forth with this lady for about 2 hours off and on. We took a few breaks, but we eventually talked for about 2 hours, and she said a lot of interesting things. Every time I would rebuttal some of the things she was saying with mentioning Barack or Kamala, she would have some witty responses, and I would challenge her and ask her and say, "Hey, are you black? Like, do you like black folk?" Like, some of her responses wasn't the most black friendly. It was very harsh. I was confused by a lot of why she voted for Trump. But one thing I like about the conversation was we was able to actually have a conversation. We was able to sit there and have dialogue, respectful dialogue. She gave me a lot of stories about how it's affecting her personally. She said her sister is being deported soon and been here for a long time, and but hasn't been here properly, and so she's not necessarily upset behind the situation, and I'm just super confused. She would say she see a big picture and how to maneuver within this Trump realm and how to make better decisions. And I'm like, you thinking too selfishly. You thinking only about how you can do things, and maybe you're a little more well off, so maybe you're not as affected. But there's a lot of other people who don't look like you who were affected, who still are affected. And because of that alone, you should have voted differently. You should have made better decisions. So we had some strong conversations. Now, luckily, not too many people was at work because we're not supposed to have these type of conversations, and it is what it is. But I like to talk. I like to engage. This lady even said she was super religious. I guess she thought she was saying something. I'm like, hey, me too. What you want to talk about? Because God don't like nothing Trump be standing for. Because I know what he be standing for. So what kind of God you believe in? And we went back and forth. And I left her with a few messages, and I told her I hope she reflect back on some of the things I said, because she was making some choices that wasn't necessarily standing, for the same thing she claimed she was standing for, being a super hypocrite. And like I said, I don't have no problem telling somebody in a respectful manner that they wrong or that I disagree. I can have conversation. Most people can't. See, I can respect the difference. No one does that no more, That's what you learn. People don't really do that. If it's not how they see it, you're wrong. If it's not what they want to hear, you're wrong. No, let's negotiate, let's compromise, let's take the pros and cons from both and weigh everything out equally, make a good quality decision. None of that no more. I disagree. I hate how you feel. I don't like what you're talking about. That's the world we live in. Do as I say, not as I do. My mama used to say that a little bit, but not too much on her. Black History Month. Celebrate my mama a little bit. Celebrate black women all month. Well, all year. All year. Celebrate black women all year round, okay? Hey, y'all, look, sidebar. I walked in the sauna. I seen a neighbor of mine. Now, I don't talk to too many of my neighbors, but I had a garage sale about a year ago, And a neighbor bought a couple of shoes. We had some good conversations. I remember how he looked. He told me he went to the nearby gym. I said, me too. I saw him in there the other day. Now I walked in. I said, what up, neighbor? He said, we neighbors? I said, dang. I said, okay. I said, yeah, but don't worry about it. It's cool. I ain't tripping. He kept wanting to talk. I said, but no, it's cool. Don't worry about it. Like, I'm not worried about it. But I do know you. You don't need to know me. He said, oh, wait, I think. And then he realized he knew me after a minute. He said he had an accident a long time ago or something. He tried to make some type of excuse. Just say you forgot. Just say you don't remember, bro. You ain't got to do all that, but teach. Everybody be making up a lot of excuses when they just don't care enough. See, me, I stand on I don't care when I don't care. But most people be faking I don't care. They won't act like they really care and then don't do all the work that say I really care. And that's why people be in their feelings. We gonna see. It's do you care or don't you care season right now. So we gonna see who care and who don't care. And guess what? It go mutual ways. But I thought that was interesting. Going to the gym, seeing somebody who was friendly at times, but you don't have any conversations with, and that's how they operate. Hey, look, there's another guy at the gym, somebody who I bowl with in one of my leagues. Now, we don't talk in the bowling league, but, we both know we're in the league. We've seen each other at the gym. He don't speak at the gym either. Very interesting. But no worries. I know how to not speak. Another guy. I used to go to this bar, a little local bar where I used to live at, hanging out. Used to have little conversations with this guy. Haven't seen this guy in a long time. He happens to go to the gym. He don't speak either. No worries. I'm with the no speaking. I'm with the silence. I'm with the removal out my life. I didn't know nobody's name. I'm not tripping, but I do find it funny sometimes that people are funny. People like to act like they not funny. People like to act like they confused why things happen. You shouldn't be that confused. They happening because you doing some things to help them happen. But, hopefully y'all doing a little bit better around Valentine's Day because Valentine's Day is supposed to be about the love. Now, I remember when we was kids, everybody got a Valentine's Day card or a little candy. You didn't just give it to the girls. You didn't just give it to the boys. Everybody got candy and card. You made sure you bought enough for the whole class. Matter of fact, the teacher wouldn't let you give out the candy if you ain't had enough for everybody. So, I wish we was living back in some of them times where the love was flowing a little bit more freely, a little bit more to everybody. Again, at least to those who was loving you back. But I ain't buying shit. No, I'm lying. I'm buying a few little things. I'm doing whatever the people who say I need to be doing something for, I'm doing. Because you know what? You need to just listen and shut up sometimes, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really that type of person, but sometimes you need to do as you told. And if they good to you, then do as you told, or do good things and think of them and not put yourself first some of the time. Sometimes think about the opposite of what you think they think you would do and then do that because sometimes you might get better results. I don't know. Now look, ladies, happy Black History Month to y'all. Hey, y'all gotta do something too. And look, the men don't want you to buy them no gifts. Let's just start there. Yeah, y'all not the best at that because y'all not willing to spend the money like that. Y'all don't spend it on yourselves like that. Y'all looking for somebody else to spend it on y'all. So how y'all think y'all gonna spend it on somebody else? So, it is what it is. Now, look, shout out to the ladies who do be spending a few dollars for real, who really put their dollars in their pocketbooks to some things they love, you know. Now, I don't think you're supposed to show your love through your money. I think you're supposed to be intentional with the details, unless they specifically asking for some things. But I think it's all in the details because that's where you really get the love at. But again, a lot of y'all don't know what love is. A lot of y'all think love is material. A lot of y'all want people to be doing and buying and spending money and taking you places. And, I don't know. It don't look good when y'all not together no more. So that's why I don't be spending the money like that, because it don't look good when you're not together no more. Don't go add up the money no more. You're going to be depressed. You're going to be miserable. But why can some love easily and why can some not love as easily, It's a lot of people who struggle with giving they love, and sometimes people don't want that tough love, though. I'll tell you that. They don't like that part. They just want the regular kind of love, the shooting the arrow with the heart on it love, Everybody want the fictional love, to be honest. Nobody want the real love that everybody else had back in the day, what their grandparents had, their parents had. That love that really took sacrifice and hard work and understanding and forgiveness. And moving forward, But it is what it is. Right now, it's the season of giving, I guess. It's Christmas again, y'all. It's Christmas for only one side, a little bit more than the other side. But again, teach. We not hating. We going to have a birthday. Celebrate your birthday, fellas. My birthday. 39% off till my birthday. So tighten up. Buy something. Tighten up. Wait. No, not 39% till my birthday, till February. But we 39 till my birthday. But anyway, don't worry about it. Just give them what they want, fellas. And guess what? They want food. They love to eat. They don't want to cook. So anytime you suggest something that requires them to not have to do too much work and that come with a little food, a little activity, a little get out the house, a little dress up, they with that, okay? You get some extra brownie points with that, fellas. I say be proactive with that. I say do a lot of takeout. That's my opinion. They gonna want to go somewhere. I say don't go sit down and eat. I don't agree. Takeout is your friend, but you got to incorporate that if you can. Now look, fellas, they don't want you to be their project manager. They don't want you to be their planner, their organizer. They don't want you to remind them to do nothing. They want you to come on command. No pause. Okay? They want you to be their assistant. Speak when spoken to is what my mama used to say a little bit, kind of, sort of. I ain't follow them rules that well. If I did, I might have not been talking to y'all today, okay? She said he ain't listen that well, but everybody just got to do better. Come together. Everybody wants to celebrate Valentine's Day. Look, it's on a Friday. What you going to do? Are you going to be intentional? Are you going to have something planned? Or are you going to be late? Now, ladies, don't drag it through the weekend. Saturday, Sunday is not Valentine's Day. Friday. Just Friday. I know we all back at work. And I know you got to come home, shower, change. I know you don't know what you want to wear. I know y'all going to be a little late. I know it's only going to be a couple hours you going to get. I get that. But I'm trying to tell you be prepared, and then you can already get all the time you can get. But ain't no Valentine's Day on Saturday, Sunday, okay? Regular day again, okay? Just letting y'all know. It don't be multiple days. This ain't your birthday. It ain't even supposed to be your birthday for multiple days, but we let y'all get a couple extra days around your birthday, but you ain't gonna get a couple extra days this weekend. Y'all just had Christmas, and these days starting to creep up close to each other, okay? It's just like a month and a half away from each other. It's a little too close, okay? We just gonna sit down, put a pin in that, all right? Now, I'm glad we finally put a pin in the NFL season, okay? Shout out to the Eagles. Now, I told y'all who was gonna win. Now, I told y'all, don't put no money. Because if you did, you'd be like Glorilla and you'll lose. Okay. Everybody knew to bet on Kansas City. Because that's where the money was at. See, a lot of y'all was betting on red. A lot of y'all was hoping for black. Green and black. But black. Okay. Because love hurts. That's it. Because it do. Tough love hurts too. But love hurts. That's all I'm going to say. That's what Jordan Brand say. I be wearing my Jordans. That's what Jalen Hurts be wearing. No matter what they be finding him for, he be wearing his Jordans. Now again, Drake got Jordans. I got Jordans. We all got Jordans over here, okay? Now, we like LeBron though, but we wear Jordans. Don't ask questions. But the point we making is, shout out you Eagles. We glad y'all won. Now, a lot of y'all was hating on Mahomes, boy. Y'all really didn't want to see greatness. A lot of y'all don't want somebody to be better than y'all too much. A lot of y'all don't want to see somebody a little more happier than y'all. It's sad to see the type of world we in. Everybody for self. That's why we got the type of president we got. Because that's all he about, self. I don't know what Kansas City could even do to try to rebuild. They had a great season. They won a lot of close games. They won 2 in a row right before that. They don't need to make no adjustment. They had a bad game. They had a bad game at the worst time. Guess what? Tom Brady also lost in the Super Bowl after going undefeated all season in all playoffs up until that point. So it happens. And he did not look good at all. Mahomes' ball was not rolling. But I'm glad I didn't put no money up because I told y'all who I would have put my money on. But I told y'all who I was hoping to win. So shout out the Eagles. Now, I did not like none of the commercials. Okay. The Doritos commercial was cool. Of course, we support all women's rights. So all the women's rights commercials was cool. I like Tom Brady. I used to like Snoop Dogg. That commercial was kind of cool. But we not supporting Snoop Dogg, so not too much on that. And the pregame performances, they was all right. You wanted to show a little light love to Louisiana. Whoop-de-doo. That's not what we wanted. We don't listen to them. Sorry. I know a lot of people be listening to Trombone Shorty, but we don't listen to them. Sorry. I don't listen to them. Sorry. I ain't tapped in. They ain't it. We wanted Wayne. He would have gotten shape. He would have been able to run around. He would have been able to do a couple things. But he wasn't there. And look, Wayne, hey, bro, I don't like that commercial. Sorry. I don't like it. I ain't like what you were talking about. I don't want to hear that right now. Give me some diss songs, but don't give me no commercial because you want to make some money and promote the Carter 6. Sorry. I don't like it. Kind of corny. I didn't even see it come up during the Super Bowl. Like, I won't see it during that time. You did it a couple of days before. I ain't with that, bro. But again, shout out to all the performances. Nah, hey, K-Dot. I know a lot of people think I'm going to come out here and give a lot of hate. I'm not. Showing love. You see the flowers, the roses. We showing love. Hey, look, LeBron showed him some love. I wasn't a fan of that. I ain't gonna hold you. I like Drake. We like Drake, but we respect the difference over here, okay? Now, we love all his music. even though he didn't pick all his best songs. But Teach, he can do that. He has enough songs. Now, I love how he mentioned Drake from the Not Like Us song. I love the A minor. I love all of the talk back. I'm with all the smoke. We love to say it with your chest. I love the presentation. We love Samuel L. Jackson. Now look, Suspect challenge number 4. Hey, look, Suspect can't dance. I know y'all like him. I know y'all like him a lot. I know a lot of people love him. But I just want to let you know, Suspect can't dance. Sorry. Now look, also, Suspect don't know how to dress. Sorry. I don't know what that is. What he got on. Sorry. Dion's back. Sorry. Nobody even knew them was Dion's over them bell bottoms. Sorry. I learned it was the Dion's after the fact. So, no. The jacket was sorry. That ain't it, bruh. And pants look a little, a little snug. But not too much on that. No did it. But, you can't dress, bruh. We seen you in some of your little interviews leaning up. You can't dress, bruh. You got good music. You got bars. You got flow. You got rhythm. You know how to do all that with your voice. That in and out. You could do that. We love that. I appreciate you, bro. I ain't no hater. I just want to let you know the songs was good. And you be having substance in your music, but you can't dance, bro. And Serena, you're still bitter a little bit. I'm with Boosie. You're still bitter. Your new man ain't better than Drake. Sorry. A lot of y'all new man ain't better than the old man. Y'all got a new man because you ain't with the old man, but your new man he ain't light skinned, you know what I mean? He ain't Keith Sweat. He ain't Drake. He ain't what you wanted. He alright. He hanging on by a string. But sometimes you gotta, you know what I mean? But whatever. Not too much. Hey, look, Kendrick, I appreciate you saying the diss, though. I ain't gonna lie. I really like that you did it. I liked how you presented it as well. I love your creativity in your music, in your performances. I haven't seen you live before this. Again, that was trash too, in terms of the performance. The songs are the songs, but you not that ain't your bag, bro. Everybody don't be dancing and captivating the audience, I get that. It is what it is. We not here for that, I guess. I don't know, because a lot of people not talking about that. So I'm not going to talk about that too much more, because then I'll look like a hater. But seem like y'all be having a good time in my city, though. You know what I mean? Y'all love New Orleans, okay? Nola, baby. Y'all love New Orleans, huh? Nola, baby, is what they be wanting you to say. We don't say that. We don't talk like that, okay? Just FYI. Maybe I'm too proper, but we don't talk like that, okay? For you people who think we supposed to talk like that, okay? Y'all be looking at certain people who are a little more country than others and thinking all of us sound like that. We don't, okay? But we know y'all love our city. We know y'all love our food, like Cardi B, Shannon Shaw. We know y'all love our food. We know y'all love our ladies, okay, fellas? I know you like what you be looking at sometimes, fellas, when you come visit the city. They all right. Now look, sidebar. They gonna drink you under the table. Hey, Meek, I saw you chit-chatting with the police officer. She bout that life. Whatever life you bout, she bout too. And it's for real, not for play. They don't put play out there, okay? They for real out there, all right? So you better be on point. I know a lot of ladies out that way be on point always. They never not on point because when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So come at your own risk. I don't play with them. I see from afar. I even saw how Trump made his way to the game. And he even posted afterwards, they ain't really like Taylor Swift. He heard them boos. He said she not welcome. But again, not too much on none of that. I don't think none of them should be welcome for real, but not too much. I saw some other people who wasn't welcome. They didn't like Lamar Jackson to win his MVP. That was sad. I don't think it was that close. Now in most sports, hey, y'all saw them trades in the NBA. Now I like what my Lakers did, although I did not like the rescinding of that last trade. I don't know what happened with that, but not too much on my team because Luka back. Luka start the night. We happy to see what we gonna get. Now we've been on a winning streak, but we happy to see what we gonna get. And he can't do no better than how AD just injured himself again for the Mavs. Looking great, doing his thing, talking trash, got hurt again. So we kind of happy a little bit that he not on the team, unfortunately, because that was our issue. It's okay for it to be time for change. I keep telling people I agree with what's going on in the world. I just don't like the racial undertone. But change need to happen. The reports say change is inevitable. So what you gonna do? You gonna just keep sitting in the shit, or you gonna make some adjustments? I don't like how he making adjustments, but some adjustments need to be made. And it's the same in the NBA. It's the same in our personal lives, but right now we talking about the NBA. The Lakers made some changes. It was time. We tired of them injuries, bro. And Luka a little younger, so we want to see what that's about. Sometimes you want to see what that's about over there a little bit. See what that looking like. See if that tastes a little bit better. You know what I mean? Pause. No pause. No pause. I want to see if it tastes a little bit better. No, I don't want to see pause. We just saying we want to see if it's better, if it generate better results. Take us a little further than where we already at. A lot of teams did that. I like what Golden State finally did. Jimmy Butler said, I don't want to come to y'all. They said, but what about this money to keep it healthy? Everybody like money, ain't that right, ladies? Everybody want a few dollars. Jimmy said, if you give me what I'm asking for, I'll come do what you need me to do. And they did, and he performed. First day, showed out. They won the game. That's all it takes. That's all they looking for. A spark, a splash. The Splash Brothers are no more, but maybe we got a Splash cousin. He a little more dark skin, like Draymond. So they got a little more edge to themselves, I think. That's what they portraying. Not what I think, what they think. So they rolling with that. They like edge. I'm not with the edge. I like the softness. I'm not talking about the men. I'm just talking about in the atmosphere. I like a little more safe environment. I ain't looking for all the rah-rah, okay? But I'm with all the rah-rah. Now, some of the rah-rah I'm not with. Hey, look, I be watching a lot of boxing and UFC. And I just want to say, one, to those who participate, men and women, y'all are different. Because I be seeing a lot of y'all get knocked out lately, and I wouldn't do it. I'm seeing some broken noses, some broken jaws for $1. And again, it's not worth it, but to each. So I commend y'all for y'all motivation, I guess. Everybody be doing some things for $1. Now, in boxing, a lot of fights. You think that's a little safer. They got gloves. I thought, maybe you could do some things. You could get hurt in that too, okay? Now, Terrence Crawford, Canelo coming up finally. A real matchup, real soon. Maybe, maybe not. I still haven't heard about the paperwork. They tried to tell me Jake Paul was going to be fighting Canelo. See, when I heard that thrown in the mix, it didn't sound real again. Sound like they just trying to generate some buzz. A lot of y'all running to it. A lot of people commentating. I ain't saying too much, so we going to move on. But if it do happen, it's going to be a really, really, really big fight, and I'm going with Crawford. I'm going to say that now early. But I think they both scared. So we going to see. Now, in my own personal sport, bowling been doing pretty good, okay? I've been handling business lately the past couple of weeks. Been shining. Now, me and my bowling partner been arguing a little bit because we've been discussing politics. He think he's super black, but he be talking about we live in a land of the free. And I be telling him that we weren't considered 3/5 of a person at one point. So how free are we still? Because they're not treating us too free, even though we in 2025. So I be breaking down the numbers to him, and he be on my side a little bit, but he still ain't on Trump's side. And I get that. Again, like I said, I just want everybody to focus their argument to something that's undeniable. Just say the racism, because when you question why we should be making some of these changes, then you're not seeing that change need to be made. And change need to be made in all the areas that we looking at, because that's what the reports say, unfortunately. And I know you're going to say, what report? You don't need to see. You don't need to know. Just know that they don't look the most favorable. They don't provide a return on the taxpayers' dollars. Okay? That's just how it kind of go a little bit. FYI. My agency actually do, so I'm not worried. We actually provide a return on investment every year. So we should be fine. But again, shout out to those who are making tough decisions right now. Hopefully you leaning on your faith, but also making smart decisions and holding yourself accountable to decide what's best for you. Now, last but not least, I want to recommend y'all to my new playlist that I just released. So check out the link. The new Love Up On Me playlist is on Tidal. Now, I already got the slaps on Tidal. Again, one's more hip hop, one's more R&B. So that's why we just did the Love Up On Me playlist for Valentine's Day week. Again, set the mood, different little bops, but a little more R&B vibes that I like. Again, not that you like, that I like. Again, so if you looking for some diversity, some DEI, check out my playlist. Because I'm definitely a little more diverse than you probably are. A lot of y'all old in the listening ears, and I'm a lot more current. So you need some current music, check out my playlist, because we up to date, 2024, up to date, okay? So check that out. Now, in addition to new music, that new 2 Chainz, Larry June, Alchemist, Life is Beautiful album got a nice little flow, got a nice little bop. I really appreciate the little vibe, a little more player vibe, you know what I mean? I ain't no player no more, you know what I mean? But it's a nice little player vibe, I like 2 Chainz, so, I like what they doing on that. You want to check out something, it got a nice little flow. They both sound pretty good together. Now, outside of that, I ain't really listening too much. Now, who else I'm not going to be listening to, and who I'm telling y'all not to listen to for a little bit? Kanye. Let's pause on all Kanye music right now, okay? I don't know what's going on. I think he just jealous of all the spotlight that everybody else getting right now besides himself, okay? And that's really just it. He said he got some type of autism too. I don't know. But I think he is a little more self-driven. He looking for some of it. And again, it's the attention he not getting. I think people associate that attention with money, so I'm not really sure exactly what's going on, and I don't want to give too much spotlight to it. But I did see it. I'm not happy about it. I'm glad he not running for office right now, And if he was, he'd be better than who already in office. So not too much on that for those who won't bring that part up. So again, we don't support none of that outside of the free Chris Brown, free Diddy a little bit. Not Diddy as much, but he not on trial for the domestic violence. He on trial for some of that other stuff. And I ain't seen all of that yet. So I don't know. But them t-shirts, that ain't it. So move around, all of that. Now, what I'm not going to move around is the rest in peace Irv Gotti. I was a Murder Inc. fan, pretty heavy at one point. You know, Ja Rule, Ashanti, you know, very key members to my heart. And so, you know, my music catalog back in those days, I like Lloyd, okay, from Louisiana. I like all those songs, but rest in peace to Irv Gotti. Nah, I think he died of heartbreak. I think Nelly and Ashanti relationship triggered some things, and he started to binge all the bad food options and drink more and do other things he wasn't supposed to do because he was unhappy, you know. And I hate that she came and said condolences to the family because I'm pretty sure the family did not like her. You know, I kind of think she used them a little bit, but, you know, I know people don't want to hear that right now, but I do think she benefited. She really wasn't there for love. Again, material gain. I won't know if you love me without the material things, without the spending the money, you know. Everybody not like that, though. Everybody not going through who not gonna like you. Some people think nobody gonna like them if they don't do the type of things that people want. I'm not sure. I mean, you don't have enough confidence in yourself. Now, somebody who do have a lot of confidence in themselves, Mr. 50 Cent. Again, somebody who could take accountability some of the times, but not this time. You're wrong for that post. I don't care what y'all done been through. I don't think it was timing for that, even if you were justified in your feelings. They say y'all might have had some violence type of run-ins. You know, we knew y'all had beef, but everybody don't know to what degree. So I think it could go all the way to the end if it's with me. So I understand, Mr. 50, but I just don't think you got to communicate your feelings out loud. And that's where I think it goes a little far. Do what you do, but keep it to yourself. Feel how you feel, but keep it to yourself. Everybody don't need to know your business. Because when you're putting it out there, now you acting like you a little bit better and perfect out here too. Like you deserve the right to communicate it as well as feel the way you feel. And sometimes that ain't the case. Now, I do think you could kind of feel how you feel about people who not as loyal as you want because, hey, look, even indirect loyalty or lack thereof needs to be checked. Now, I'm with all of that. I've communicated before that if I see that you following somebody that I don't follow no more, that you might have to be deleted just from my platform. I'm not going to tell you nothing. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And when we find out, then we had conversation, but it don't change what had happened because we not friends on social media like that no way. That's fake. Social media fake, FYI. That's not real. If we real friends, none of that matter. But 50 Cent didn't like that social media post that Big Meech did with his arch nemesis, Rick Ross. Now, I don't like Rick Ross no more. All that Drake instigating stuff, I don't like all that. That's why you got beat up out there in Canada. But you don't want to talk about that, so we not going to talk about that. But you out there trying to instigate again with 50 Cent. All right, whatever. Moving around. We not dealing with you. You see us Canada boys be out here doing different things. So moving around. But 50 Cent want all the smoke. And hey, Lil Meech, what show? Is all we got to say. You thought you still had a show? Your daddy could be doing what he want to do. And you thought you could say, oh, it don't matter. You say Rick Ross helping pay the bills? We don't care about that. Y'all want us to have sympathy. See, everybody want to pick and choose. when to be nice. Everybody want to pick and choose when to be consistent, when to be favorable to others, but when to be selfish to themselves. And then won't be mad when it's done back to you and you didn't deem it necessary. You know, I wish we had more love in our home. I wish we had more forgiveness for each other. I wish we could move forward and find that compromise to where we can be in each other's lives enough to where we can make good decisions. We could support each other. We could be a little bit more like-minded. You know, but a lot of people just can't respect the difference. A lot of people just can't agree to disagree. A lot of people can't compromise. It's the world we living in. I hope y'all making adjustments. I hope y'all see what's going on. Hope y'all being proactive. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Please subscribe. Please share. Please continue letting me know that you're listening. Love y'all.
Can't do it, then it ain't real. I just make dollars, I don't make deals. I've been going hard in the paint, still blowing kush clouds till I can't feel like. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right?